In this video, we're going to talk about what brand new coaches and experts need to do in order to get in the game, start getting clients, start making money, and build a successful business. My name is Brian Ellwood. I help coaches and experts grow their businesses so they can make a greater income and make a bigger impact on the world. And so I had a client once who joined my real estate coaching program because I coached in real estate investing for about 5 years prior to what I do now. And shortly after joined my other program to start his coaching business. Okay. At one time I had two programs teaching people how to buy rental properties and teaching people how to start a coaching business. I since shut down the real estate side of things, but he came into both programs kind of one after the other. And when he got into my program on how to be a coach, he wanted to coach on real estate investing. And I challenged him and I was like, dude, you just joined my real estate program. You haven't bought a house yet. How are you going to authentically be a real estate coach when you haven't gotten the results for yourself yet, right? And he said, yeah, I know, but I really just love this space and it's something I really want to do. And so, for a minute, I was a bit hung up by that. I was just like, well, let's see. I'm not really sure what to do if you're set on wanting to coach in something that you don't have experience in. But I decided to try something. And so I had him list out every step that one would take in order to buy a rental property. And he gave me this big list that was like, how to pick a market, how to build a team, how to find deals, how to raise money. And then once he had like 10 steps written down, I said, I want you to rate each of these steps in terms of, how confident are you in being able to execute on that step and how excited are you about that step? And it was interesting when he sent me the results back, the step on how to pick a great cash flow market was rated the highest. And then I sat and thought about that and I was like, well, he actually has done this 2 times over for himself, because in my real estate program, he picked a virtual market. A lot of people need to pick a market to invest in that's like thousands of miles away from where they live, because where they live is too expensive. Okay, so he picked 2 different markets and I provided him with like great spreadsheets and data and training on how to do this, but he literally reinvented my whole model and made a better spreadsheet and a better process. The dude's an engineer, he's data driven, and he's great at that stuff. And so, in hindsight, once he scored the steps and what he, felt most confident and was passionate about, then I realized it was something he had already done for himself, this picking a market piece. And so what we did in terms of his coaching business is we had him create a program that helps other people pick cash flow markets to invest in. And so you think about what happened there. What we did is we took the bigger outcome of buying, a portfolio of rental properties, which, he wanted to coach people on, but he couldn't because he hadn't done it yet. And we broke it down into steps. And we identified the one step that he was the most confident in, the most passionate about. And we based his program around that one step. And then we took it to market, and he was able to go out and get a few clients within like the first 30 days into his program. And I think it had to do with the fact that he could go out and confidently sell that program with ease because it was honest. He actually could get that result for people. And the interesting thing though is that when we niched down, there was actually no other competing programs on how to pick a great real estate market. And so he ended up being the first to create a program like that, which is incredibly powerful from a marketing perspective because you get what's called first movers advantage essentially, and you kind of create your own blue ocean. So the moral of the story is if you're a new coach and you are going out there and you're going to sell your program, the best thing I can advise you to do is maybe instead of, making broad promises like I'll help you, build your business, grow your, relationship, like huge promises when you're a brand new coach, maybe look at a bit of a more entry level promise to base your initial program around. Because then, first of all, it's going to be less intimidating for you to take someone's money and deliver, because it's not as hard for you to do. Second of all, it can and definitely should be something that you can deliver on 100% with confidence. And that, one thing is a game changer. There's so many new coaches out there that are trying hard to get in this business. And like at the same time, they're bumping up against this like imposter syndrome thing going on, where they're like, I really want to do this and I'm making this offer and no one's buying it. And I also don't really believe in myself to deliver on it. That lack of 100% conviction in what you're selling is probably the reason why you're not succeeding yet. And so all you have to do is dial back your promise to a more entry-level promise. And in the case of my client, like, yeah, I mean, I think he was charging $1,000 or maybe $1,500 for that program, 30 days working with him, going through his course. But like, so yeah, it's not something you would charge 5 or 10 grand for. It's just like one step of the puzzle, one piece of the puzzle. But it allowed him to get in the game. And over time, as he grows his own real estate experience, he'll be able to add more things to his program and maybe one day comprehensively sell the whole package. And so that's how you authentically ease yourself into the coaching space, by identifying what you can absolutely deliver on and just doing that. So I hope that helps, guys. If you want more training on how to identify your superpower and how to really pick your entire niche to create that ecosystem that you can really succeed in as a new coach, I actually just put my flagship course on udemy.com for a very cheap price. I will put the link to that down below. And I just wanted you to have access to the full training on how to make all those essential decisions on how to succeed as a coach, because I have spent multiple 6 figures learning things that it turns out they weren't the right thing. And, I wasted a bunch of money and time. And ultimately, I've distilled down what it really takes to succeed in a coaching business and put it all in my online course. It's called Nail Your Niche. And you can grab it on Udemy for cheap. I think it's under $100. They actually control the pricing and they run promotions. So that's a little bit out of my hands. But I'll put the link down below if you want to grab that. And thank you guys for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, please smash that subscribe button. That helps the channel out tremendously. And here is to your success, making an income, making an impact. I will see you guys soon. Peace.